up, everyone? What is up? How is everyone doing? Good. I'm glad everyone has their camera on so far. This is really good because we're going to be all talking and interacting. So I love this. How is everyone? Good?
Good, thank you. How are you doing, Kelly?
Oh, good. I'm in Atlanta, so I'm just in like my parents' house, so don't mind the background, but we're making it work. I don't normally have my same desk set up, but that's a-okay. What's up? What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. If you guys want to, if you're coming on, if you want to turn on your cameras, like this is seriously going to be super interactive. I want to hear everyone's goals for real. I just want everyone to collaborate and chat. What's up, little one? Sarah's little one. But yeah, I just want to collaborate and really kind of get everyone should be inspiring each other. And I think we could all feed off each other's energy and inspiration and just dreams and see like together how much bigger things can get compared to what you're probably thinking right now. So today the goal is to do a vision board to make that. So hopefully you guys have access to Canva. I don't know if anyone who's downloaded it. Has anyone downloaded it? Or have it? Okay, cool. If not, you don't have to, but it's always good because there's lots of stuff that we can use on there. And then sometimes Pinterest too I'll use. So, if you have access to that, make sure you have that handy. And then we're just gonna start dreaming. So I can't wait. What's up, Tori? Haven't seen you in a while. What's up? I love seeing everyone's faces. It's so fun. I love it. I love it. So Linda's on. We got Linda, Jennifer. What's up? Jen, what's up?
Hi, Kelly.
What's
Nice
up?
seeing you live for the first time after the social media.
I know, right? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm in my parents' house. I'm in Atlanta. So,
Nice.
yeah, just making it work.
I
So,
see
yeah.
Richa too. Hi, Richa.
Yeah, say hey to everyone. It's good. It's all good. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started, and then whoever kind of jumps on, jumps on. This is a very open conversation. So please, I want you guys interacting with each other. I'm just gonna start out first, but I really want you guys to be saying what your goal is. So how I'm thinking we're gonna do this is basically I'll say, okay, like maybe we'll start with Sarah since I see Sarah first on the screen, and then we can kind of move down to like Rachel and like keep going and like this, whoop, like that. And then you guys can say like, this is what I want, this is what I want, and that way we can hear each other's visions. And I think it's just gonna be super impactful. So I can't wait. I'm super pumped. So let's just jump right into it. So the reason why I wanted to do this is because I create vision boards every single year, and I truly believe it is what gets me to meet many, many goals. And I'm not some superhuman. I'm nothing like that. Like I just have a vision, and because I've been able to pause and think, and a lot of times we don't have a second to pause and think. So I want tonight to be that. Is I want you guys just to think. I did it at a time where hopefully you guys don't have much going on, and you can just really sit here and dream and listen to everyone else's dreams to be able to feed off that. So I want you to think about right now. Let me go to my board. So either have a pen and paper or maybe even your note section on your computer. I want to start with this first. So let me share my screen here. Come on, iPad. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Okay. iPad. Here we go. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna go to my board, my whiteboard here. All right, so if you have a pen and paper, I want you to start and put the goal. Why is my pen not writing? Here we go. Okay, goal 2023. Write that down. Okay. And so by the end of 2023, this is by the end of 2023, what do we want? So what do you want money wise? Okay. What do you want in your health? What do you want for your family? Okay. What do you want with, come on, pen, time? What do you want with when it comes to a vacation? Okay. And then we're going to put 3 years from now. So we're not just planning, we are planning to the end of 2023, But also I want you to think big picture as well. So I put 3 years because so much can change in 3 years. Okay? So we have money, health, family, time, vacation. So you're going to write that down. So in 2023, I'm going to stop sharing. By the end of 2023, what do you want from a money standpoint? And let me go over this. I never ever thought, you know, I don't know, most of you know my story, but I started out with $800 in my bank account, literally just over 2 years ago. And I never even dreamed that I could even have a 7-figure practice. It just wasn't even a possibility. Okay. Just so you guys know, anyone that's on this call right now, you can literally have a 7-figure practice. Every single one of you guys. So when it comes to dreaming and goals, don't limit yourself to just like, I just want to try to make maybe 100K because I think that will just be like a replacement of my salary. Really dream. What do you want? Okay. And what will that do? And I don't just think, oh, I just want to have a 7-figure practice. Like, great, that's all good. But what's my deeper why? I want my practice to be successful because what? What does that give me? Does it give me time? Does it give me more stress? Does it give me satisfaction that I'm building something? Does it give me a place that I can have people? For me, it's like I created OrthoPelvic because I wanted a place that actually felt good to people to come in and work for instead of going into like, you know, some setting that you're like, oh, I'm just here again. I'm just another number, right? So really touching upon that's A-okay. You do not have to be a PT. You do not have to be a PT. I see Sydney's. And what's up? What's up, Sid? Sid's on. Yeah, so you don't have to be PT, but just seriously, what do you want? What is your deeper why? Okay. And then when it comes to your health, for me, with my health has always been an issue. It was so funny. I was just talking to my mentor and we were going over this. My health has always been an issue. I've always worked like 2 or 3 jobs. It was still an issue. The second that I actually started working for myself is actually when my health started to improve. Okay. Because I was able to, even though I was doing things, especially in the beginning, like Sarah knows, she's in the grind right now when she's just starting out. Like you are in the grind of just trying to get the thing going, right? And you're going to feel like, man, I am not giving to myself because it's very hard. But as you start to do the business and start to do like the business type things, you're going to find that you actually have to give to yourself. And if you don't give to yourself, your business is not going to grow. Okay. So what do you want health-wise? Do you want a personal trainer? Do you want a chef? Like literally, these are things. You could have it, by the way. You literally can have it. Do you want a health coach? Do you want you to just feel good? Do you want to be able to sleep well? Do you want energy? Okay. What do you want? So I want you to start thinking about this. And now let's go to family. Okay. Family. What do you want with your family? Like for me, this year was the coolest thing. I was able to take my family. My mom's a teacher, or she was a teacher. 3 kids, single mom, like we never had any money. Okay. And so this year I was able to take us on vacation in Florida for a whole week, my whole family. And it just felt amazing to be able to do that and just like have everyone there and have my family there. So like that to me was like a massive, massive win. So maybe for you guys, it's like taking your kids to Disneyland because we know Disneyland is very expensive. Or maybe it's like, you know, just being able to spend time with your family. You don't even have to go anywhere. Like just having time off to do that. What do you want? It could be if you don't have like, you know, kids or anything, it could be hanging out with your spouse. Okay. It could be like, hey, I just want to be able to, you know, only work 4 days a week. And then on Fridays, I want to have date nights every night. Cool. Okay. And then let's go to time. So what do you want with time? Do you want to be able to, you know, take off whenever you want to go to your kids' recital practice? Do you want to be able to like just take off if you need to go to the doctor's appointment? Do you want to be able to not have to be in clinic if you have a clinic? You don't have to have a clinic every single day, but maybe you just want to be at home. Like, what do you want? Do you want to be able to travel freely? So what do you want with your time? And then the last thing is vacation. What kind of vacation? Like this year, my goal for 2022 was to take a vacation every single month. And I did that. And so for 6 months, from January to June, I was able to take a vacation every single month. And I'm talking about a week-long vacation, like cross country, like it was a lot. But then it got too much and I was like, okay, this is not my goal anymore. But you can do, my point is, you can do whatever you literally set your mind to. And this is why I wanted to do this, because I literally put this on my phone. Okay, this is my new vision board, but I literally put this on my phone and I look, how many times are we looking at our phone? Every single second of the day, pretty much, right? So when I look at it and I'm going, oh my gosh, okay, I want to complete this. I want to complete this. I want to complete this, right? And so it gives me an itch to keep going. Okay. So when you guys are, thinking of these goals, does anyone have a money goal yet? Like, have you thought about it? Yes? Okay. Okay, maybe we'll start sharing a little bit. I think that'd be good. But when you're thinking about this, think big. So I want you to think about, what do you want by the end of 2023? And then what do you want in 3 years from now? What does that look like? So there's two things. End of 2023, and then what do you want 3 years from now? Sarah, do you know? If so, I'm going to start with you.
Sure, why not? Why not take the rookie first?
Okay, good. Yeah.
I'll take it by the horns, no big deal.
Okay.
Money wise, it's a tough one because I'm at ground zero. So
Right.
I'm digging myself out of the hole.
Right.
I'm gonna say 250
Okay.
to start. And then 3 years from now, 7 figures.
Okay. You can do that. That's so doable. That is so doable. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
All right, Rachel, do you want to go? I'm just going to kind of go down the screen.
So I started my practice in May. I've made 20K so far. I'm fully cash pay. After moving to a new state, knowing no one, I'm kind of proud of myself. So it's going really well, like a little too fast. And I don't know, I'm hoping for 100K next year. But I don't want to be like unreasonable, but yeah, like I don't know. It wasn't like oh, if I hustle and see another patient, then I could make this much more. It was just like let's just do what I can do and do on that.
Right. What about in 3 years from now? What are you thinking?
My life is, I don't even know where I'll be living in 3 years because military. So I'm hoping that I'll actually own a commercial building and own a wellness practice. But I don't have $1 million to buy a commercial building.
Well, you can. You can. It's possible.
So yeah, that's the hope, but I don't. Yeah, we have a call scheduled coming up.
Cool. I can't wait. I can't wait. That's cool. I mean, speaking of that, I was able to purchase my office space this year too. That was another milestone, right? So look, I've not been in this cash base by myself business for that long, guys. It's possible. No. So many things are possible.
Yeah. So in 3 years, I mean, if we have to move and leave here, I want something established that I can show for it. I don't want to just have worked this hard to build up all these patients and all these connections and then just be, okay, bye. So that's the goal.
Awesome. That's amazing. Good job. Thanks. Okay. Who's next? Anyone? Okay. Everyone's good. Okay. Melissa, I see Melissa's face. Yeah, it's just the unmute in the bottom. It can be a little tricky.
Okay, I think I got it. Hi.
What's up?
It's a really good question. I started my practice 2 years ago. My goal was to make the same amount of money I made working for someone else, but with less time, and accomplish that. So, and I'm very happy and very comfortable, But I think the 3-year goal really is about expanding more into health coaching and virtual versus one-on-one patient coming in my door. So I think that's where I see it expanding or hope to.
Nice. Awesome. No, that's a huge, huge avenue that's definitely growing. That's awesome. All right. Thank you. Jen.
Hi. Yeah, I also am kind of brand new in my practice. Just started my clinic while co-sharing a space in chiropractor office in June. While I've been like postpartum 5 months. So I'm only working part-time, but kind of made about 70K, 17. Yeah, so next year maybe try to do a little bit of, maybe I'm just working 3 days right now, to a little bit more of 4 to 5 full time, and about a little bit more of like 100K. That's my goal. And then 3 years at least want to have a own space, like own clinic of mine, not having a co-sharing space right now, like what I'm doing. So that's the goal.
Perfect.
I do need a financial person because right now those is just taken care of my husband. So just starting slow. Yeah, so these are my goals, I think.
That's awesome. No, this is definitely possible for sure. That's awesome.
Starting
Thank you.
slow and steady, like with 2 kids. This is my third baby of my clinic, so it's like 3 to manage, but doing it. So I'm proud that I started early, and I'm already seeing clients 3 days a week. So that's a good accomplishment for me.
That's awesome. That's huge,
Yeah.
especially 5 months out. So way to
Yeah.
go. That's a big accomplishment.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right, Tori, you're up.
Okay. So this year I started trading in like May, and I've made about 17K as well.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So my goal is by the end of the year to be bringing home about 5 to 8K myself.
Okay, great.
And then in 3 years from now, I'm gonna put the 7-figure goal as well in a brick and mortar space. So
Awesome.
yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Lindsay.
Hi, ladies. I started also in May, and I'm mobile, so I'm going to my ladies' houses, loving it. I made 55K over the last 7 months, cash based.
Nice.
Yeah, it works out to be about 1,200 to 2K a week. So I kind of made weekly goals. My girls are currently in elementary school, so I only want to work from 9 to 2 so I can drop them off and pick them up. So my goal for 2023 is to have consistently 3K per week, seeing 3 to 4 clients a day. And then I put 6K per week, and I want that to be consistent and having a online course component to be able to supplement so I can do the vacations and the time off and all that and still have revenue coming in.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Christina, what's up?
Hi, everyone. Sounds like a lot of us started around the same time. I would say I started last week of May, first week of June. And so far I've made about 56,000 this year. And I would like to, by the end of next year, I don't know how to do it, but make $300,000 to $400,000. And then my 3-year stretch also go for 7 figures, which honestly, until I met you, Kelly, did not ever think a PT had the capability of making that kind of money.
Yeah, you guys can. You really, really can. I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's there and it's so doable. It really is so doable. And without killing yourself and actually getting your time back.
That's the part I need to figure out and putting better boundaries on it.
Yes, that's what I'm going to talk about as boundaries too later, but I'm going to talk about that for real because it's big for all of us, especially as females, because we tend to put everyone first and we're the last person that gets the attention, and then our health goes, our family, all the things, right? So yes, it's big. So systems, guys, systems is very important for that. All right, Sid, you want to go?
Sure, I'll go. I feel like my goals will be a bit different because I'm out here, the wild child, not a PT.
Okay.
my big goal for this year, I put it in the chat earlier, but I want to hit 1 million followers on one of the social media platforms I'm on. So that's like my huge, massive reach goal for this year, but I genuinely think it's possible.
Awesome.
Money wise, I feel like I don't know why I have this idea in my head, but I feel like 500 a day is what I want. So I think that's like 15K a month or something. But right now that's kind of like my goal. And I actually just started making money online through my TikTok, which was like such a fun goal to hit. So just learning how to like scale that even more, but getting up to 500 a day is like kind of my first goal because I'm traveling too. So I think that that'll help me like maintain that. But then yeah, it's hard for me to even think 3 years down the line, but like I genuinely don't know where this year is gonna take me. But having some sort of like proper business like 3 years down the line is a goal. I'm just not sure exactly like what that is yet.
That's awesome. For those who don't know, Sid is leaving for Europe tomorrow, right?
No, I'm actually moving out of my apartment on Wednesday, going on a cruise for Christmas with my family, and then my flight is January 1st over to Spain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, and she's gonna document it all, and you guys should follow her. You should put your Instagram in the chat. We should follow you.
Well, I'll put them
Yeah.
all there.
Yeah. But yeah, she's gonna document it all, and she quit her job to just go live on her own and live her big dream. So that's awesome. All right, Sonia, what's up? We're talking money. What do you want for this year by the end of 2023?
Let's see. Hi, ladies. I wrote down basically if I can do about 5,000 a week. So that's about maybe 20 clients a week.
Yep.
So yeah, so 250 by the end of the year, that would calculate all of that.
You
So,
should say 250 by the end of the year, not 250 by the end of the year.
yes. Confidently.
There you go. Yes, that's okay. These goals should scare you guys. They really should scare you. If not, it's not really a goal. Because you can go higher. Okay. All right. Is Amanda or anyone else on? Actually, I think pelvic expert, we have not heard from you. I know now you're back. If you want to go.
Yeah, so specifically like money wise, I'm not sure. Like I don't have specific goals for the money at the moment, but I've been in private practice since like last 7 years, but I was kind of burning down. So I slowed down. I'm only doing clinicals twice a week and everything from that part is good. But now I'm trying to focus and my goals are more moving towards like more of the passive income, like to create some courses and do something else other than the private practice and building up my social media because I'm enjoying doing that. So, yeah.
Follow Sid. She knows what she's doing.
I need to be good and put it in the chat. Hold on, I'm gonna do it, I promise.
All right. If anyone else wants to share, just let me know. Just turn on your camera, that way I can see you. But yeah. Okay, so what do we want for health? Sarah, if you want to start again, we can kind of go, what does it look like for health for you?
Yeah, so for health, I have 2 young kids. So my health, I want to have the energy to participate at night with my kids. At my full-time job, I was burnt out and I literally couldn't, I had no energy for them. I felt like I was just out of it and wasn't giving them the time that they deserve. So that's kind of a big hindrance of why I left.
Yeah, great. So that's a big why. That's a really big why. Yeah, that's huge. Rachel, if you want to share.
I don't have kids and we're probably getting married next year. And so we're probably looking at doing that. So I guess pregnant.
Okay, yeah. Or just like have energy to like just do the thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Keep up with going to the gym. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Pelvic expert, go ahead.
So yeah, mine same like Sarah. I have a toddler. She's 3-year-old and I still feel like I'm still newly postpartum and I keep kind of, how you keep things on the back burner, like, yeah, I'm postpartum. Like, yeah, I want to like get over that hurdle and like, no, get back to the gym, eat, like keeping myself on the priority list because that's like the easiest thing to like, yeah, I will start doing it next week, tomorrow, and like, no, it's never happening. So that's kind of on the priority for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Melissa. Guys, and thanks for sharing because this helps. So you guys saying this out loud, it's going to come true. Okay, go ahead, Melissa.
Well, unfortunately, I've experienced some health concerns this year. So I'm hoping that I'll be getting past them and really kind of going back to doing the things I love doing, being able to exercise. We just moved over to the coast, so I'm hoping to be able to get to the beach more,
Okay.
and just get out and do things again. So I know that it sounds simple, but yes, you guys all need to take time for yourself and your kids and your family. It's truly important. They grow up too fast. So.
Yeah. No, it's huge. It's huge. Nothing, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything, for real.
Right.
It's
Right.
true. All right, Jen, go ahead.
Yes, so first of all, need to lose baby weight. That's my goal, and have started doing that, putting myself a little bit first, starting this December. So yeah, just and a little bit some me time. I have a 11-month-old and a 2.5-year-old, so you know how it is. So just a little bit of more fitness wise, eat clean. That's my goal.
Yeah. Great. All right, Tori.
I want to stay more consistent with like getting to the gym and really focus on like strength this year, gaining strength and goals in that regard when I'm at the gym and not really letting other things get in the way. And yeah, get over the hump of like being scared to invest in my health is something I want to work on this year too.
That's a big one. That's a real
Yeah.
big one. I had such a hard time with this because I thought if I take time for myself, then I'm taking away time from my business, my family, whatever, and there's no way that I can do that. And the reality was, if I didn't put time into myself, then nothing was going to grow. And I had to change that. I literally had to change it to then make things grow. So it's huge. Lindsay, go ahead.
I just want to say, Sarah, I totally feel you. I used to fall asleep in my girls' beds and it just didn't feel like it was quality. So you're almost there and I'm just supporting you. So just wanted to say that. I'm in that same place of being able to focus on the investment of myself. I love to run. I love to strength train. Nothing has been consistent since having my kids. They're 8 and 10. It's my turn now. And I need to put that first so that it can also help the family and the business because I'll be putting into myself.
Yep. It's huge. All right, Christina, go ahead.
I mean, I think everybody sounds fairly similar to mine. I also am like Sarah, like 8 o'clock and it's like a switch and I'm exhausted. My daughter actually asked me a few weeks ago if I could have any superpower in the world, what would it be? And I said, endless energy. And so I was like, what does that mean? That's what I want more of. I was like, I only need to have 4 hours of sleep and I could have endless energy. That's what I would want. I think I put some fairly specific goals for myself, but I feel so much better when I exercise. So continuing to make sure when we did the 90-day challenge, it was an hour a day, which sometimes felt really hard to accomplish, but to keep myself doing an hour a day, I am finding for me and where my body's at right now, lower intensities has actually felt a lot better. So I'm doing more hiking, I'm doing more Pilates. I kind of like your story, Kelly. I'd love to hear more about yours, but I'm just feeling a lot better at lower intensities. But having said that, I do think strength is really important. So I want to be able to do 2 pull-ups without any assistance, do 20 plus military style push-ups, and be able to do a handstand. I know those are really random specific things, but that's what I want.
That's amazing. That's freaking awesome. I love it.
I just did a handstand the other day and it was genuinely the most fun I've ever had. And I did a pull-up too. So like I'm rocking with you on those.
Nice. Love it.
And you did a backflip, I saw, Sid, too, over like a mat.
I was flipping out for real.
Sid, what do you want for your health?
I've been really into running and I've been loving creating like running content and the people really love the running content too. So I'm really excited for when I go traveling to make a bunch of like running videos and just kind of like have so much fun doing that. And along the lines of what Christina was saying, I just have really been enjoying like moving my body as much as possible and getting out of like the aesthetic side of like working out and just being like, what can like I actually do? Like, how many pull-ups can I do? How long can I hold a handstand? Like, how can I like run and lose track of time? And I think just like enjoying my body, because for so long I was just like obsessing over the way it looked and just like really hating myself. And now I'm like, actually, I think it's so fun to see what I'm capable of from like a self-love perspective. So just I think like going more into that journey is like a vague health goal for me.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Sonia.
All right. Yeah, my goal is two things I've been working really hard on is just consistency of sleep and yeah, just consistency of doing some kind of movement daily. I'm definitely on the upper end of, with menopause transition, and those two things have like been pretty major with how I feel during the day and yeah, where things are. So
Yeah. Yep, definitely. All right. I don't know if Rachel, Amanda, anyone wants to share. If not, we will move on to family. So Sarah, what do you want for family?
I'd only like to work 4 days. Obviously that's not going to start that way, but I would love to get to that point of working only 4 days.
Right.
And then having the flexibility with like, this kind of goes into the time thing, but having the flexibility to be able to go to my kids' things and, not feel guilty about having to take time away from work and having that built into my schedule. So being able to have that family flexibility and take them on a place that
Yeah.
we've talked about in the past, I can't say.
Right. we got it. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Rachel, go ahead. Oh,
There you go. You said as far as like time.
as far as family, you can do
Oh,
family and time
family.
if you want together. I don't care. That's fine.
I mean, yeah, well, we're planning the wedding and it was supposed to be small, but it's turning
It
into
never is. Never is.
so yeah, just that's going on. And then, we're probably just looking to like grow the family next year. So it's just kind of getting real. And I feel like now's my time to push in my business because I don't have little ones. I just have dogs and they're a little bit less work. So
Sometimes, I mean, my little princess over here, she's a lot of work, but that's okay.
yeah. So it just feels like now's the time to really push and make this thing as big as I can get it, in the time
Right.
I have right now.
Perfect. No, that's great. That's great. All right. Go ahead.
So yeah, I would like to have, like as Sarah said before, like more energy. Like I have the time to invest with my daughter now, but I will need more energy to enjoy that time instead of like, okay, we have the time and I'm just looking at the clock. It's like, okay, when is the bedtime? It's like, no.
Right. Yeah. You want to be able to be present and be able to be really focused when you have to be. And a lot of this, guys, comes down to boundaries. And how do we actually then take our time that we actually do have and condense it to where it's not like we're grinding all the time from 7 to 7 o'clock and then we have no energy for anything else, our family, our kids, whatever it may be, and we're all just done. That's not why we started our businesses, right? So really dialing that in can be massive, massive, massive when it comes to boundaries and systems and all the things. So yeah, I know.
Yeah, and like more organization, because it's not like, okay, all the free time is the Instagram time. Like,
Right.
Clock it off. It's not.
Right. Exactly. Yep. Awesome. Okay, Melissa, go ahead.
I think for family and time, it's kind of the same thing. Like I said, we moved to a new town, so it's really continuing to explore what we have in this area. And I guess that's kind of it. There's not a whole lot for us new. My son's grown, so it's not like I have little ones here. So yeah, it's my husband and I, and also, yeah.
Yeah, do you feel like you want like to only work 1 day a week, or do you feel like, because it doesn't have to be, necessarily little ones, but
No, when I started my business, I was 4 days a week, and I'm now down to 3 days a week, and I'm pretty happy with it. So
Great.
I'm like, it's interesting listening to you all, because I'm like, I will say that I was so inspired by you, at all of you at your age, willing to take on and grow and step out of the norm of the traditional practice so early. I really never thought I would. But I thought, if you guys can do it, why can't I? So I did, and I'm, my goals maybe not are lofty, but I'm very happy and very comfortable with what I've chosen. So I think that's where I stand. But I just think it's so awesome that you guys are perpetuating and pulling our profession so far beyond whatever I could have imagined it could have been. So I applaud all of you for doing it at your ages.
very cool. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know if Jen wants to go, or Tori, go ahead. Oh, Jen's back, but go ahead, Tori.
For family, I'm also planning a wedding this year, so I feel you, Rachel. It was supposed to be small as well. And we also have a goal of buying a house this year, so that's
Big
on the
goals.
list
I like
too.
it. That's good. Jen, do you want to go?
Hi, yes. I am actually liking my 3-day work schedule because it's very flexible. I'm also cash based. So just want to fill up more of my calendar for that 3 days and slowly start that 4th day. And so I have more family time. So that's my goal, kind of more family time, keeping that 3-day schedule, but filling that schedule with patience so that, able to make my goal with money as well and have some family times. That's my goal for the next year.
Awesome.
But I really love my flexibility because of they go to daycare, and half of that, like now this next week she's gonna be home. My other one was home last week with hand, foot, and mouth. So all of that, I just like to, that's the beauty of cash practice and being on, how important that is.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's really
Yeah.
good. All right, Lindsay, go ahead.
I also like blending the family and time. I had told myself when I was going out on my own back in May that I was going to give myself only 4 days of working, and I've been consistently 4.5. So being able to get rid of that half day so I can have a full day for business development or just rest if
Right.
I'm needing that. Yeah. And then definitely wanting to be able to go on field trips and volunteering in the classroom so I can be a little more present with my girls in terms of school, so that I can kind of plan that around and be able to schedule clients when I want to be able to be present for them.
That's awesome. That's good. Christina, go ahead.
For family, I want to make having a date night with my husband more of a priority. We've always said, like, let's do it once a week, but it just feels like sometimes that's too hard with running kids everywhere. So I actually just put a realistic goal of having 2 times a month as our date night. And then, I would love to many nights of the week, at least 2 or 3, be home when my kids get home from school so I can help them with homework and projects and all the other things that they have. And then scheduled intimacy time with my husband to make sure it happens, because at 8 o'clock, I'm tired for everything. So figure out how to make that more of a priority to happen. Sorry, that's a little
Exactly.
but
It's not. It's not.
Never,
You're
not
on
with
it.
us.
Yeah, no, we're
You're
not.
pelvic floor therapist, so it's important.
Love it. All right, Sid, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think I recall you guys dressed up in vagina costumes not too long ago. Don't know if TMI is a common term among this group. Is this a family? It's like family that the
Family
goal?
time. Yeah, we're just gonna put it together. Why not?
Okay. I don't even know if I have one, honestly. I feel like I'm just so solo in life right now. I maybe just to like allow myself to enjoy the company of other people romantically more. I think I just totally like shut off from like lack of being able to trust anyone. So working on maybe just even like allowing people to get close to me would be would be a big win for me.
Massive win. Yeah. And then just maybe planning your days out when you're traveling and being able to just freely, do what you want to do.
Yeah, definitely. Just like, I think if I I do really well with schedules, and I'm going to be making like a YouTube video every single day. So learning how to manage my time well and still enjoy myself, but also like create all of the content so that I can grow like my social media platforms the way I want to.
Awesome. I don't know if Sonia wants to go or she's hiding. If not, we'll go to Rachel. Go ahead, Rachel.
Are there two Rachels on the call?
Right. Sorry. Rachel,
other
iPhone.
Rachel.
Even
Okay.
though.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry I hopped on late. So yeah, I think that to answer both of those questions, that like the one before, I think the big one for me as far as health is actually to travel, which sounds kind of backwards. But I think that the more I travel, the more like active I am. So it will be good and also just helpful as far as like a stress reliever. And like it's just more active. It's a different type of active. And then as far as family goes, I have really learned a lot this season with the Christmas season, and some of my patients have had really lots of illnesses and stuff, and it's forced me to do late days, and I didn't think I wanted to do that, but I've actually really, really loved it. I've really loved it because I've just slid my whole day down for 1 to 2 times a week. And so I've saw patients later into the day, but then I got the luxury of having my morning to me, which was really fabulous. And at first I felt really like selfish about it, but really it was nice because I was able to be a better mom and a better human because I was able to like get the random things done that I wanted to get done, like stop off at Walmart and drop something off, or just like the little things. And so that's really my big thing, is just figuring out how I want to schedule things, not to take away, but really to benefit.
No, that's great. That's going back to our boundaries and really setting that, guys. My health, it was my number one thing. And for me, and I would love to share this with you guys, is that when I have a health coach, Jessica Drummond, which most of you know her. But the number one thing she told me is, Kelly, take your cell phone, and like I literally have to leave it downstairs because I will be in bed voxering everyone or doing whatever because I love it. I literally love it. She's like, no, that's not good for your nervous system. Put it downstairs. So I have to like put it downstairs. So that's number one. Number two, getting up and just taking the time to say, do not touch your phone. Literally, this is very important. Do not touch your phone until I get my butt outside in the freezing cold and go for a walk. And then once I do that, and like I have to drink this like potion, I call it this, but you have to, drink some water, whole glass of water. I have to do that too. And then I come back in and then I can actually touch this thing. But it's almost like I give this thing is like my reward when I go and do something for myself. Like that's how kind of crazy it has to be sometimes because this thing can be so addicting. Okay. And so, boundaries, we're literally setting boundaries in place to then understand, okay, what things do I then need to be doing that are going to make me move forward? Because once I do that, that's going to set the tone for the rest of the day. And now I got my energy. We're all talking about energy here. We all want energy. Set the tone in the morning and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Make this promise to myself, because once you put the energy into you first, then you can start giving to everyone else. But if you don't put the energy into you first and all these problems start coming at you, you're just going to be like, I can't do it. I'm so overwhelmed. I have no more energy and I'm done. So that is a massive thing that I've learned. So Rachel, I appreciate you, sharing that and saying that, because I think that's huge for all of us when it comes to energy and boundaries. All right, cool. Anyone want to share quickly their vacation? And then I want to get to the vision board too. So Sarah, go ahead. If you want to share, like, you may not be able to say it, but I guess it starts with the D maybe.
Yes, Disney.
Okay, yeah.
Eventually, yes. My parents never took me, and I don't want to deprive my kids of that through myself. So I may live vicariously through them, but it's fine. We'll work it out.
Great. Rachel J. Sorry, Rachel J.
Hey, hoping for like a honeymoon. I don't really know where, maybe Iceland, but it might not be the right time of year. So I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's a cool place. I've never been, but that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have so much family living like because I'm in Canada, my parents are in India, my sister's in California. So all these family trips, I have to separate them. Like, no, I need a vacation,
Right,
not visiting the family.
right. Yep. That's hard. That's hard. All right, Melissa, do you have any awesome place you want to go?
Well, I live near the D word, so I've been to the D word a lot. No, we actually took our first vacation to see the leaves change in like 25 years. So it was just so much fun, and we're going to definitely do it again. And I think it's going to be an annual trip, and just to keep exploring, North Carolina, go on into New England. I maybe see a cruise again in my future. It was a little scary for a while, but thinking that maybe.
Right, yeah, why not? People are going back on them now, so
Yes.
it's safer, yeah. I don't know. I don't think Jen maybe wants to share. So Tori, go ahead.
We're planning honeymoon, hopefully. We're thinking Greece for that. It's kind of our goal. And then my sister just moved to Montana, so we want to go up there and go to like Glacier and stuff like that. So
It's awesome. That's on my bucket list is Greece, by the way, for this year.
yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
with
Maybe
you
we'll
on
see you there.
Yeah, we'll go together.
Yeah,
All
let
right.
me know when you guys are there too. I'll hop over.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll pick you up on the way. All right, Lindsay, go ahead.
I got pregnant in PT school, so I feel like I've literally gone nowhere because I was right from, our education path to the mama path. So I'd love to go anywhere. My goal is to be able to take 3 weeks off. Right now, I'll do it if the girls need us to for travel, for sports or academics, but I won't be getting revenue for those weeks. So I'd love to be able to set myself up to be able to be making revenue while I am off.
Amazing goal. That's a good one. Yeah. Christina, go ahead.
Similar to Lindsay, so my family actually left on vacation without me because I didn't think I could leave my business for 2 weeks because I went on vacation for a week in August and honestly felt like it took 4+ weeks to recover. It stalled my business completely. So to confidently be able to leave without losing patients or revenue would be amazing. And then in the next 3 years, I actually have 2 vacations that I'd really like to do. One, I'd love to go to Hawaii with my family when my kids are old enough, go scuba diving because we really like to scuba dive, even though we live in Utah, so we don't go like really ever. We haven't been in a long time, but I still like it. And then the other would be my kids are in a French English dual immersion school. And so I'd love to take them to France in 2 years when my daughter's in 4th grade so that they're in 4th and 6th grade by then and can really hopefully speak and we can just follow along with them because I don't speak French.
Go ahead, kids. Yeah, go ahead. Just tell us where we need to go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Sid, vacation. I mean, pretty much you're going to be on one.
Yeah, I mean, on a similar note, I guess I'd like when we're talking, I'm like, within 3 months, I want to be able to like feel totally confident, like with the money and the traveling and everything. But honestly, I feel like by the end of January, I just want to be completely like set, like making way more than I'm spending every single day. So I guess that's kind of like my roundabout vacation goal. Yeah, and I've always wanted to go to Amsterdam too, because my mom spent a lot of time there. So it'll feel like very full circle when I get to go back or get to go to Amsterdam and like walk where she walked and stuff like that.
Awesome. It's really cool. Sonia.
Yeah, excuse me. My goal is just to take off more consistently, like whether it's an extended weekend but just like every quarter do something more wellness. I just came back from my first like wellness retreat and it was amazing. That was the first time I ever traveled alone outside of family and yeah, so I just whatever that looks like, but just little chunks throughout the year for me just to maintain better self-care.
Guys, the last place she went was freaking phenomenal. Had the big mountains with like the yoga platform and like the water. I mean, it was like so picturesque. It was amazing. Yeah, it's really cool. All right, Rachel. iPhone.
Yeah, I think that I have tons of friends who are actual travel therapists. And so my goal is to randomly just like do a random weekend here and there. So my hope is in a couple weeks I'm gonna go to Texas, and then I have one that's getting a placement in California. So just little things here and there. Hopefully not whenever it's super expensive because of the holidays, but that'll be good.
Right, exactly.
And that's huge. That's huge for me. Huge.
Yeah, you have kids and everything. So yeah. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and everyone, I want you to pull up your Canva. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. Let's see. Let me just share. Pull this up. All right, so let's go to Canva. All right, is everyone on Canva? Everyone has access to Canva? Yes? Okay, cool. All right, so what you want to do in the search feature, let me move this bar. In the search feature right there, put in, you're going to put in, let's see what I want to do, vision board. And then I put in IG story or Instagram. Let's see, let me say Instagram story. Let's see. Oh, hold on. So type in Instagram story. And then what you're going to see pop up is all these little different templates, guys. And like this template, like personally, I like this stuff because I can put more pictures and I can put more vision and goals and stuff like that. So then I just click on it. Okay, so let's say I like this one, but you can scroll through and see like what kind of speaks to you. Like, do you like this one with like the words, and do you like words, or do you just like pictures? Like, what do you like? So kind of just scroll through here, see what you like. I mean, look at this one. This one's fun too. What colors kind of speak to you? Of course, you can always change them, but I'm gonna kind of go with, I don't know. I'm gonna go with this one. Why not? Okay. So once you pick your template, okay, then you can either use Pinterest or you can use Canva to do this, okay? So you're gonna go right over here to the left-hand side, hit elements. And then what I want you to do is type in the search feature, like I'm just gonna type in beach, okay? So if I type in beach, then I can see under photos, you're gonna hit all, and you're gonna see what beach photos kind of speak to you. What does it feel like when you're at the beach that makes it something to where you envision yourself? What does that feel like? So if something kind of is like, oh yeah, I really envision like palm trees and sun, all I'm going to do is pull this over and then drag it in there. Okay. And stop me if anyone has questions. Like, please just unmute yourself and please ask. Okay. It's very casual presentation tonight. In addition to that, if you guys are like, look, none of these pictures are really speaking to me, you can go to Pinterest here and put in beach. Type that, and maybe these pictures speak to you more. Like maybe I like this one because it has like some cool sand with the sand dunes, or this is where Sonia was at pretty much right here. So maybe I like this. So let's just say I like this picture. All you're going to go here is to the three dots, hit download image. Okay, it's going to go down here. And then what I will do is I will save it. So I just save as, and I'll just put beach. Let's go to drive. And then I can go back to my board here. And then I will come over to upload. And then I will hit upload file, and then I'll hit beach, and then it will come right into this image right here. It should. Maybe if I refresh it, it should be right there. Or not. Or it's somewhere in here. Maybe somewhere in here. I don't know where it went, but it should be right in there. Of course, technology never works. But I'm gonna go ahead. So I want you guys to do that. So I want you guys to go ahead and pull up like, what do you want for money wise? That could be, if you want something for money, pull up like, you can put in money here or you can put in the number. So for those people that want 100K, it should be able to pop up here. If you go to elements, put 100K in here, and then you can pull this over. If that's your goal, then you can, yeah, it should be able to, hold on.
If you hit photos, it'll probably be easier to pull on 100K.
Thank you, Sid. Yeah, so there it goes. Okay, and then I can just shrink it and put it in one of these spots wherever I wanted it. Okay. So, and of course you can change, like I can shrink it more if I really wanted to make sure it fits in that, you know, space. But you could put 100K there if that's your goal. If your goal is to take your kids to Disneyland, maybe I'm going to put Minnie Mouse ears here. If your goal is to set boundaries and not be on your phone constantly, well, maybe what would I do with my time? Like for me, I want to be hanging out at the beach, doing yoga, all the things, right? So I'll go over my vision board that I made. So I already made my vision board to just be ready for tonight. So basically I put my skin on here. My skin has been a big issue for the past, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months now. So for me, my health, being healthy is also having my skin cooperate, even though I've been doing everything possible. Like to me, this is like really something that I really, really want, right? So that's like the face of my whole vision board. I also put yoga on the beach. When you guys think of trying to like calm your mind and not have anxiety or whatever else, you know, that we all experience, is there something that you're like, this is my happy place? Like, think about that. What is your happy place? Put that on there. For me, it's being on the beach, feeling the wind, feeling the sun, maybe doing some yoga and just taking in the fresh air and just taking some deep breaths. So I put that on here. Also, I want to go to Switzerland this year. So I put that on there. Why not? It's a nice mountain, lake, river, all the things. And I think it'd be fun to just hike around Switzerland. So
Not to say this again, but send me a DM when you're there, Kelly.
yeah, I will. So yeah, I got to fit that in somewhere, but that's going to happen. And then I want a condo in California. I've wanted to be back in California for a very long time. And there's deeper reasons. I think superficially, a lot of people may see these goals as, wow, this is so superficial. It's actually really not. When I want California, because when I was in California before I moved to Northern Virginia, that to me was a very peaceful, well-balanced place. That's how I felt. Like I just felt like it was just a good balance between work and lifestyle and all the things. And it's just a calming place for me. So I really want to be there. And then there's a bigger goal to be in California because I really eventually want to have lots of you guys there and be able to have this amazing I want to call it a house, but it's like a big, I envision this massive like training facility there for all like pelvic health therapists and do tons of collaborations and just events and stuff like that. So that's another big dream that I have on here. And then also hanging out with my girlfriends, having girlfriend time and not just putting work or business before anything else. Just meditating, growing orthopelvic. I want to grow for another 100 patients a month. That's my goal. Speaking to Christina's point, like my husband and I's date night is actually working out. Like that's what we like to do. So it doesn't have to be necessarily like going out to dinner, but it can be like working out, right? So we work out 3 days a week together and that's our connection time, right? And then also just hanging out with my family again and just, you know, going on vacations with them or you know, whatever that may look like. And then Pelvibiz people, helping you guys grow your businesses and really like just making it flourish. And I get so much joy out of that. So it's just awesome to see, you know, everyone on here just saying their goals because anything and everything can come true. So hopefully you guys are putting on here money, health, family, time, vacation. Anyone having any problems with this? Let's stop sharing there. Any problems? No. Does anyone have their vision board done?
I'm working on mine while you're talking, but I don't have it done yet.
Rachel, do you want to share it?
Sure. Do I do like a screen share?
Yeah, hold on. Let me allow it. I forgot. Hold on. Technology. Go ahead. You have access now. You should have access.
Let's see. Chrome. Oh, it's weird. It's not showing me the preview. I don't know what you guys are about to see. It's not showing me
We're all
the
public
preview.
health therapists, so we're good.
That's so weird. Oh, I have to allow this. Okay, that's why. Oh my gosh, I have to like enter my password. I just spilled coffee on my laptop last week, so I had to get a new laptop immediately. And so I have to allow all these permissions. I had to like download Zoom again for this meeting.
Wow.
There we are. Here we go. Here we go. We got
Okay.
it. Okay. So
Oh, that's nice. That's pretty.
so I actually want my like physical therapy place to have like a plant shop in the front and have like yeah, and I want it to have like a Zen vibey spa thing going on, and people could have like day passes just to use the facility. I don't know how I'm going to build this, but have like yoga. I'll probably be pregnant, lots of cash, right? Get married and some sort of trip, and then, stay running. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so your goal is to have this awesome plant, really plant vibe, very yoga zen-y when people walk in, which we all need that when going into facility because everyone's nervous system is really heightened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can do your thing and be a model for your patients while you're pregnant, so it all works out.
Trying.
That's awesome. And then you want to hire, it looks like, which is good because you can get your time back then.
But that's terrifying. So yeah.
It is a major step that many people have an issue with, and for good reason, because I mean, I believed I could never pay myself, so how could I even pay someone else?
Yeah. And I think it's a bigger decision than starting your own practice, but I don't think I can build this all without doing that. So
It's a great point. Collaboration and having people and having a team, guys, is the only way you're actually truly going to grow. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else want to share?
This isn't like a share, but I'm thinking of like adding kind of like a vision statement to mine of like the people I want to help and how I want to help them. But for some reason that like is slightly overwhelming for me to like figure out how to say that. So I don't know if you have any insight into just kind of like some sort of phrase or how you like keep yourself like motivated day after day on like the bigger mission and the purpose. So I feel like that could be helpful to put on this too.
Yeah, no, it's a great point. I mean, even for me on my vision board, it says show up for you every day. And I literally have that in the center of my vision board. Because for me, the hardest thing is boundaries and showing up for my own self. I'll show up for all you guys all day long. I will show up. Hi, Mother. Hi. I will show up. Everyone's on. I will show up for anyone, patients, whatever. But I will put myself last. And so because I know that, then what is something that's going to keep you motivated and keep a daily reminder of, hey, I got to do this for me, or whatever your struggle is, that's what I would put front and center on the actual board. Does that help, Sid?
Yeah, that's so helpful. Thank you. Love it.
Okay, anyone else want to share?
I can go. I don't have it on the computer. I have it on my phone, so I don't know how well this will work. But so this is what I got so far. The first one is obviously of my kids and just making sure that I'm present for them is what the goal of that is. The horse on the beach is we never did take a honeymoon, so I'd love to do that. And that's a goal of mine is to ride horses on the beach. I love that. Unlock. And then this one, I'd like to invest in some land to build our dream home someday. And then I love to run, so making sure I have the time for that. To be there for myself, and then my 250K, and then a brick wall for my brick and mortar.
I love that. Love it. It's awesome. It's great. It's really good. Guys, I'm telling you, you've got to put this on your phone. You can also put it on your desktop. I also have now, so in Canva, by the way, you just type in desktop, and it's, if you guys want to write the size down, it's, well, maybe I'll put it in the chat. 19, I'll put it in the chat. 1920 times 1080. That is a desktop picture thing that you can do in Canva if you're going to also make it for your desktop. And, you know, I have seriously been able to just do this and be able to, like, last year, this was my vision board, okay? Starting PelviBiz, okay? And really having 2 events, check, we did that. Went to the beach, check, did that with my family. Renovated my office, and purchased it, check, did that. Again, went to the beach with my family. I hired a assistant for PelviBiz, so check that, and then try to get my health in line, check. So these things literally do come true, okay? And now this year, I've now just created my new vision board, right? So every single time that I take this and I literally replace it, this is why I have the PelviBiz people on here, is because I replaced it with an actual picture of the activity when I did it. It's the coolest thing, because you know why? This builds so much confidence in you when you're like, oh my God, like this was a stock photo in Canva or in Pinterest, and now it's like real life. Like, this is amazing. And you just are like, I can do this. And it starts to build. And once you start to build more and more confidence, the sky is the freaking limit. It really is. Christina, go ahead.
2 questions. One, how do you, so I've only ever used Canva on my computer. Can you just open Canva on like Safari or whatever on your phone and see it there? Or how do you guys transfer it over?
Okay, so what you would do, Christina, I'm going to share. Hold on, let me just share for a second, and then I'll show you. Oh, where'd you go? Hold on. Let me share. It's a great question.
Oh.
Okay, so what you would do, you can see my screen, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so all I would do is, let me move you here. You go to, see the share arrow?
Yes.
Okay. Then what you're going to do is, you see this download right here?
Yep.
Okay, so you would hit download, then download, let it download. It's going to come to the bottom part of my computer here. And then all I do is just airdrop it or email it to myself.
Okay.
Okay, because then now it will pull up here, file, and then I hit save right there, and then I can airdrop it to my phone.
Okay.
And then you just put it as, you just save it as the backdrop on your phone.
Perfect. And then the other question was, how were you getting things from Pinterest over to Canva? Did you just drag and drop it over?
No, I had to download it. So let me show you that too.
Oh, okay.
So let me go back.
You
Let me share my.
can right click and copy and then just paste it on your Canva. You don't have to download.
Oh, well, there you go. You can right click and copy, guys. Right? Yeah, this is good. Technology is not normally my friend, so this is good. I'll take any tips. It's really good. But yeah, so if you wanted to, you can come here. So we're going to right click, hit copy image, and then we would just paste it. Is that correct? Let's see. See if it works. Yeah, there we go. It works. That's cool. I was doing old school way, downloading it. So, all right, anyone else? Questions on that? No? Is everyone doing it? Okay. Seriously, it's like, it's your number one thing. I'm telling you, going to 2022 or 2023, it's the biggest thing when it comes to goals. Just stay focused and just focus on that, and don't let any of these shiny objects coming your way be like, hey, I'm going to go do this. This is why I look at this and go, this is my why. And there's deeper reasons to the why. So the more you ask yourself, why do I want to go to Switzerland? Why do I want to sit on the beach and do yoga? And get to the deeper why of that. My deeper why then is, I feel calm, then that's why I want to do that. Not just because I want to sit on the beach and do yoga all day long, right? So when you truly understand the deeper why, even though this looks like a cute little picture, then you're going to be like, no, when it's a hard day, because we all have hard days in business, you're going to be like, look, I'm doing this and I'm going to keep staying focused. I'm going to do this. For instance, my husband just hit a deer with his car and his car got totaled. Okay. We're now down to one car and we're just going to stay down to one car. We're going to share one car. You know why? Because our why and our focus is bigger on trying to get a place in California. So that is what we're focused on. And we're just going to have, I'm sacrificing to go pick them up every day from work because there's a deeper why of what we actually want to do. So sometimes there's got to be some sacrifice, but keep looking back at these goals and being like, okay, I can do this.
So it's kind of like on a similar note, but do you have any affirmations that you tell yourself often?
Well, I mean, the biggest one is, I can do this. I can do whatever I put my mind to. And I say that, Sid, in the fact that I proved it to myself. And I want you guys to understand that you have to prove it to yourself. And what I mean by that, it doesn't have to be these massive wins. It has to be these small little wins. So like, let's say if Christina's like, look, I'm going to go and do my Pilates today. If Christina didn't go and do her Pilates today, that's not a win for her. And so the rest of the day then is going to be set up to be like, I don't know if I can actually do this, or I feel confident in myself to actually then say, I want $200,000 this year, because I don't truly know if I'm going to make that. But if I say, hey, I'm going to actually just go take a walk, like my wins were like going to take a walk in the morning, because that to me is so hard to do. Because I immediately go, what's on my phone? What problem do I need to solve? Because there are about 40 problems I need to solve. Okay. So if I go and do that, that to me, I'm like, yes, my day is going to be amazing. And my energy is going to be up and I can give more energy then. So basically, whatever you promise yourself, just do it. And it doesn't have to be something massive. It can be very, very small. And when you start to do very, very small things, then you start to say, I can conquer the freaking world. And you prove it to yourself. Little,
Like
little.
Tonight, I'm like editing my YouTube video because I'm trying to get in the groove of posting daily vlogs, and it was overwhelming. So I'm like, I'm not going to think about the whole year. Like, I have to do this today. And so I love that because I'm feeling like I'm learning how to live that out more.
Yeah. And for you, when it comes to vlogs, just being like, okay, can I just even get one out a day? Or can I like something that's very small goals that actually is going to lead to a massive, massive goal, which is getting to your 1 million followers or whatever that is, right? Or 1 billion. I don't know what you said, but 1 million, 1 billion, whatever.
1 million. The
Okay.
billion is, that might be a bit much. The million is the reach for me currently.
Okay. But yeah, that's it. Small goals. Yes, Rachel, go ahead.
Hey, Sid, two things that have helped me are like build it and they will come. I know it sounds like very cheeky from that movie, Field of Dreams, but I mean, I feel like in that movie everyone thought he was absolutely freaking nuts. And sometimes I'm sure people think I'm nuts for doing what I'm doing. And so I feel like that if that speaks to you, then there you go. And then the other one is like today is just a puzzle piece. It's not the whole puzzle. So like it's okay if you don't have all the corners. Sounds really silly, but it really helps.
Write that down. Write that down. No, I love those. That's so like comforting, honestly.
Those are good, Rachel. Those are really good. Yeah. Does anyone else have positive affirmations they like to say to themselves every day? Yeah, I just honestly, I look at this and I go, okay, I'm going to do this today. This is my why. I'm going to do this. And I just keep telling myself that over and over again. Do it scared. Yeah, exactly. It should be so scary that you're like, okay, I should not be doing this, but I should be doing this. Okay, I'll just do it. Yeah, it's true. Should be so. And these goals that you guys put down should be scary. They should scare you. That tells me it's a good goal. Take the next best step. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Basically, yeah, a little step forward. That's all you need. Me personally, guys, what I do every single night, I've laminated this thing, like, because again, I'm old, with old school, but I literally will laminate and I'll go 1, 2, 3. And then I write down, okay, what's my one thing I need to do tomorrow? And so one thing will be like, make Instagram post. The next thing will be like, what else do I have to do? Talk to Hannah, my assistant. And then the other thing is, make sure something's going at orthopelvic, whatever it may be. Okay. Then if I get those 3 things done for the day, then I have such like more confidence that then I can go and do whatever bigger goal that's on my phone is going to, like, likelihood of me achieving it is very high. So if you can just do 3 goals, and I put it by my bed, so then that way it's like, okay, it's out of my head, it's on this piece of paper, I don't feel overwhelmed, and now I can go conquer my goals. And if I know if I do those 3 things, I'm winning. And I divide it up. This is how I divide it up. I do personal and then I do business. So I put all my self-care goals here. Like literally it says poop, water, walk. It literally has like, it's a win if I poop. Okay. And I literally check the box that I pooped today. And then over here, business wise, okay, did I email this person? Did I do whatever? And then for those that have kids, I personally would even make a kids category. Basically, did I read to my kids tonight, or did I make them lunch or whatever else? Because those are massive wins too. So you could have 3 different categories, and just, I laminated it so I can just erase it and then recheck it off the next day. So that's another way to help organize your goals to then get to this bigger goal. Okay. And for me, that helps. Does anyone, I don't know, does anyone else have tips on what they do, small wins for the day? I'd be more than happy to hear them.
I need to start writing this down more because I've actually accomplished so much this past year, but I just blazed past it because I'm like right on to the next thing. That I like went through all my accounts the other day and I looked at it. I'm like, holy shit, like you literally did everything you wanted to do this year, and yet you've taken like 0.2 seconds to celebrate it. So I think I'd like to implement a practice this year that's more of like a gratitude, like pat myself on the back, because I just don't do that at all. And then it's like, what's even the point if I don't celebrate any of the cool shit I've done? I'm just always like reaching for what's next. Like that's not the way I want to live my life either.
No, that's so true. Actually, guys, when I started to do this checklist thing, I thought, wow, I don't really do that much self-care. And then I started to realize, it made it very obvious that I actually do a lot more self-care than I was doing a business. And I was like shocked because I always kind of was like, I never do self-care that much. But I was checking all the boxes here, but I was not checking the boxes here. So it really is surprising on what your mind, what you think you're doing, but the reality is what you're actually doing. This doesn't lie. So to me, it was a great tool. Go ahead.
Kelly, what kind of things are you putting on professional? Because I feel like I know the quick like wins that I could put on like personal and family, but like professional, some of them feel so huge. Like I think that's also probably what Sydney's talking about, is like sometimes they feel so daunting. Do you just mostly put like the little things, like call this person, call that person kind of thing, or like tackle this huge giant project? Like do you break them down into little tiny pieces?
I break them down. Like, Rachel, can you give me an example of what feels daunting to you?
Hiring.
Okay. And it is. That is a daunting, that is no joke. Anyone here that's ever hired can tell you it is a very daunting task. It really is.
I think mostly because you know all the other hurdles I have to jump.
Right. So yes, it is a daunting task, but instead, okay, so if I need to hire, then what am I putting on my business thing? Okay, have I put out an ad? Step number 1. Step number 2, if I want to hire, okay, have I set up a Zoom call with this person? Maybe I got someone, so maybe I need to set up a Zoom call with them. Step number 3, have I, interviewed them, and then have I had them come into clinic and shadow me? Okay. But those are those little baby steps, Rachel, that's what I'm putting down at night on my sheet to say, okay, am I going to have a Zoom call with her tomorrow? Am I going to email her? So those are the smaller tasks that I'm putting on my task list to do. And then I feel like my confidence increased because now I've checked off like 3 boxes of that list. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So just breaking it down into smaller things and just looking at, today I need to do this to then move this. And not, I know it's hard to say don't get overwhelmed because it is overwhelming. I get that. But then, you know, just either asking for help and being like, hey, what's my next move? And just simply asking that question and being like, hey, I feel overwhelmed. What's my next move? And then we just say, hey, focus here. And then we focus there, you know? So, yeah. Anyone else?
I'm like almost done with mine. I really want to share it. I'm trying to
Okay,
zoom
share it.
through.
Share it if you can.
Okay. let's
Anyone
see.
else almost done? Are they done? I would
Yeah,
love
anyone else done? I'm like 3 pictures away.
I'd love to see them. And you can also tag PelviBiz, guys. Tag, I would love to see them, honestly. Be like, this is my goal for the year. Because the more, this is what you don't realize, and this is why I had everyone share it tonight. The more that you guys state your goal out loud and everyone hears it, because we heard it, the more that it's actually going to come true. Compared to you just saying, oh, I have it on my phone, but no one sees it. No one's really holding you accountable to that. So when we all share it and everyone's heard it, you're like, well, I told this group that I have to do this. This is my goal. And then it comes true. So it's part of it. So anyone else want to share?
I can share what I have.
Okay, just share what you have, Sid, and then we'll see it. That'd be good.
Okay, so this is what I'm working on so far. So
Very
this
professional.
ISW, that's like my, in Sydney world, is my social media name. So that's the shortened. And then I have literally all the platforms on here because it's so easy to forget. Look, I already forgot one. I have a podcast too. So yeah, there's all the platforms. This is like a photo of me journaling because that's like a practice that's been really helpful for me, and I just forget how impactful it is. This is a photo of my mom, and I feel like every day I wake up and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? And I think about my mom and I'm just like, okay, I'm on the right path. Like there's so many girls that I'm helping and have helped, and like that just brings me a lot of peace every single day to see her. This photo goes back up to the letting someone into my life. I would love a tall, dark, and handsome man that isn't a douchebag. So this photo is gonna help me manifest that.
Perfect.
And then this one, I'll hold you guys hold me accountable, because hopefully in January I'll be able to replace this picture with my own, because this is in Spain near where I'm starting off my travels. So that one's up there. This is just a girl on Instagram. I really like her vibe. So I just kind of want to like have my life look kind of a little curated in that sense. This is one of my favorite podcasts. It's like a kind of douchey boy podcast, but I feel like it would be the craziest like social media goal if I could grow my accounts big enough to make it on this one, because those are like all the people that are like the top players in social media. Like that's that podcast, and that would just be so crazy, especially as a girl, to go on that. This is a photo of my little running shoes to remind myself to go running. This is a city, Tel Aviv, that I really want to go to this summer. And then I want to add in some more few like photos up here, and then I also have all of these like testimonials from people who I've like helped them overcome their binging. So I want to throw those in here too, just to remind myself that like I have done such incredible work already that I never thought I would be capable of, and just to bring in that element of like celebrating myself more instead of always thinking that I'm like not doing enough. So just to see that like, wow, you actually have done a lot and you've changed a lot of people's lives, I feel like it'd be a helpful reminder for myself.
Especially on the bad days. I love that. I mean, the bad days, you can look back and be like, wow, I truly have impacted these people's lives. Because you're right. We just move on. Okay, how can I help you more? Or what can I do next? Or whatever else. And it just goes by us. So I love that. And
Yeah.
having that nice reminder from someone else, not you, being like, wow, I made that impact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, social media is like, it can get so toxic, and just like the views and all of that. So it's really grounding for me to see like the actual impact it has on like real life people out there. And that's why I enjoy it. But it can be easy to lose sight of that too.
Yeah. All right, cool, guys. Cool. Well, hopefully this has been helpful. I mean, have you guys got some stuff out of this to be like, okay, I'm gonna dream big, and like hearing everyone's goals and like maybe I can do this, maybe I can do this. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Well, this will be recorded. So if anyone wants a recording of this too, I can send it out to everyone. But hopefully everyone has a great night. And if you guys have any questions, you can just email me and let's get after it. 2023. Let's get after it. Okay. All right. Good seeing everyone.
Thank you, Kelly.
Hey, yeah, you're welcome. Bye, guys.